Has anybody ever told you you look like somebody famous? Anybody knows? Yeah? Who was it in your case?
Dennis Barratt, a footballer.
Oh, right, see, I wouldn't know that. Oh, there you go, yeah. So did people used to come up to you and say, excuse me, have anybody ever told you that you look like so-and-so and so-and-so? Yeah? Yeah? Anybody else?
Mary Tyler Moore.
Yeah, I can see that. I used to love Dick Van Dyke Show and all of that, and Mary Tyler Moore Show. And it's funny because I was in Smethwick. I did a gig in Smethwick not long ago, and I was in Thimble Mill Library in Smethwick in Birmingham, and I said the same thing to the audience, and nobody's hand went up, but this woman was sitting there looking at me going like this, and I said, Meryl Streep. She said, yeah, and it was Meryl Streep with a Birmingham accent. It was absolutely fantastic one. And so with me, it's an old late 50s, early 60s, well, he's still around, pop star called Joe Brown. And I used to go everywhere, and people would come up to me, well, my family, excuse me, has anybody ever told you look like Joe Brown? I say, well, funnily enough, yes, all my life, basically. And I've actually met his daughter, Sam Brown, who was a singer, sing with Jules Holland. And he had a band called The Brothers, and he was very friendly with the Beatles. So basically, Joe Brown was top of the charts, and he was top of the bill when the Beatles were bottom of the bill. So he became very friendly with the Beatles, particularly George Harrison. And at George Harrison's funeral, he played the one about Here Comes the Sun. He played Here Comes the Sun. He played on a mandolin. I don't know if you remember that. And that's Joe Brown. But I was on Swanage Seafront in Dorset with Liz. We were just walking along, minding our own business. This coach load of people spilled out of a coach. And this guy came straight across. He said, "You're Joe Brown." I said, "No, I'm not." He said, "Yes, you are." I said, "No, I'm not." And we had this standoff, you know. So I went home and I wrote this poem. It's called "I'm Not Joe Brown." It starts in Swanage on the seafront. Seaside town, I'm on the spot. Yes, you are. No, I'm not. Yes, it is. No, it ain't. Start to blush, show restraint, walk away to avoid the scrimmage. Feels like I'm someone's spitting image. It keeps on happening, it's getting me down, because I'm many, many things, but I'm not Joe Brown. He's older than me. He was 65 when I was 53. Neither of us is fat. I live in a one-bedroom flat. Joe lives in a great big house. He's Cockney, I'm Scouse. I'm not Scouse, obviously it rhymed. You know. Joe Brown's home brew. I've only a picture of you. Joe Brown's on tour. He's rich, I'm poor. I could have told prospective lovers that I was intimate with the brothers. Joe plays the ukulele. I like to think I look like Tom Daly. He's from London, I'm from Dudley. We're both quite cuddly. Joe plays the mandolin. I play nothing. You just can't win. He's got limos in a big garage. I drive a P-Reg 1996 Citroen ZX Estate Avantage. He's a 60s pop hero. My fame is zero. Cheeky grin, bit of a clown. We've got that in common, but I'm not Joe Brown. I am Henry the Eighth, I am. None of my daughters is called Sam. I find it really quite embarrassing to be frequently mistaken for a friend of George Harrison. If he was me, he'd be as sick as a parrot. Does he ever get asked if he's Rob Barratt? That's me. I'm many, many things, I've told you so. I'm many, many things, but I'm just not Joe. If he shows up in Manly, I'm going to run him out of town, because I'm many, many things, but I'm not Joe Brown. Thank you.